There's a hidden mechanism in quantum manifestation that nobody is talking about. A dark truth that turns most spiritual teachings into a dangerous trap. What if I told you that everything you've been taught about manifestation, every visualization, every affirmation, every vision board, is actually programming you into a prison of your own creation? The most insidious part isn't that these practices don't work. It's that they work perfectly, just not in the way you've been led to believe. Most people are manifesting their deepest fears while believing they're calling in their dreams. And the quantum field doesn't judge. It simply obeys. The law of assumption isn't just a spiritual concept. It's a brutal physics of consciousness, where your most unconscious beliefs aren't just thoughts, they're quantum instructions that collapse entire realities around your most deeply embedded narratives. What if your manifestation practices are actually a sophisticated mechanism of self-sabotage? Let's deconstruct the popular manifestation mythology piece by piece. The first illusion, that manifestation is something you do. In quantum reality, manifestation isn't an action. It's a revelation. It's not about creating something new, but about removing the internal barriers that prevent what's already trying to emerge. Most people approach manifestation like a child trying to force a puzzle piece. They push, they struggle, they affirm, and wonder why nothing shifts. But the quantum field doesn't respond to effort. It responds to coherence. Every time you say, "I want," you're actually declaring your current state of lack. Every visualization where you're not fully feeling the reality is actually reinforcing the very separation you're trying to collapse. Think about the double-slit experiment in quantum physics. The electron doesn't just move. It exists in all potential states simultaneously until observation collapses it into a specific trajectory. Your consciousness works exactly the same way. You're not manifesting what you want. You're constantly confirming what you already believe is true about yourself. Your most powerful manifestation tool isn't your mind. It's your nervous system's unconscious frequency. A broadcast so subtle, so precise, that it's programming your reality moment by moment without you even realizing it. And here's where it gets dark. Most people are broadcasting a frequency of survival, of limitation, of past traumas, and then wondering why their reality feels like a repetitive nightmare. The field doesn't care about your intentions. It cares about your actual vibrational signature. Imagine a pristine laboratory in Copenhagen, 1927. Niels Bohr and Werner Heisenberg standing before an experiment that would shatter our understanding of reality forever. The double-slit experiment wasn't just a scientific procedure. It was a portal into a universe far more mysterious than anyone had comprehended. When electrons were fired through two narrow slits, something impossible happened. When unobserved, they behaved like waves, spreading across multiple potential paths simultaneously. But the moment a conscious observer watched, these electrons would collapse into precise particle trajectories, as if the very act of perception determined their physical reality. This wasn't a theory. This was empirical evidence that consciousness itself was a fundamental force of creation. Your nervous system right now is conducting the same quantum dance. You're not a fixed entity moving through time. You're a quantum superposition, existing simultaneously across multiple potential timelines, with your attention and emotional state serving as the ultimate collapse mechanism. Most people are unconscious quantum engineers. They're constantly collapsing potential realities into limited expressions without ever realizing their power. Every fear, every doubt, every unexamined belief is a precise instruction to the quantum field, telling it exactly how to manifest your most deeply embedded narratives. The dark truth of manifestation isn't that it doesn't work. It's that it works with terrifying precision. Your emotional state isn't a reaction to your circumstances. It's the generative force that determines which potential timeline becomes your experienced reality. When you feel anxiety, you're not responding to a situation. You're actively pulling that potential into physical manifestation. Let's dive into the quantum landscape of your daily manifestation moments. Those precise intersections where your unconscious programming meets potential reality. 3 a.m. doubt moment. You're awake, heart racing, that familiar spiral of financial panic consuming your nervous system. Traditional manifestation would tell you to think positive or repeat abundance affirmations. But quantum physics reveals something far more profound. Your 3 a.m. frequency is a precise transmission to the field. Every tremor of anxiety isn't just an emotion. It's a quantum instruction manual telling reality exactly how to organize around your deepest fears. The quantum truth: doubt is not the enemy. Resistance is the signal. When you feel that 3 a.m. terror, you're actually at the most potent manifestation portal. Your job isn't to suppress the fear, but to transmute its frequency. 30-second quantum shift. Place your hand on your heart. Breathe not to calm down, but to become coherent. Feel the terror as pure energy, without story, without judgment. Let it move through you as information, not imprisonment. Prophetic result. Within 72 hours, you'll notice subtle financial synchronicities. Not because you forced an outcome, but because you transformed the underlying quantum signal. Morning anxiety. Before opening eyes. Most people start their day by downloading yesterday's limitations. Before your eyes even open, your nervous system is already broadcasting a frequency of constraint. Traditional manifestation says, visualize success. Quantum manifestation reveals, you're already broadcasting your most habitual emotional state before conscious thought emerges. The quantum mechanism? Your first 7 minutes after waking are your most powerful manifestation window. Your brain is still in theta state, a liminal space where quantum potential is most malleable. Instead of reaching for your phone or diving into worry, you're being invited to become a precise quantum engineer of your own consciousness. 30-second quantum shift. Before moving, take 3 breaths. Not therapeutic breaths, but investigative breaths. Scan your body. Where is tension holding your old narrative? Release it not as a technique, but as an invitation to a different frequency. Prophetic result. Your day will begin assembling around a new energetic blueprint, one of spaciousness, not struggle. Let's decode the quantum architecture of Jim Carrey's $10 million manifestation, a story far deeper than traditional spiritual narratives suggest. In 1990, long before he became a Hollywood icon, Carrey was a struggling comedian living in a tiny apartment, surviving on hope and $20 weekly groceries. But his manifestation wasn't a linear strategy. It was a quantum collapse of potential realities. Carrey wrote himself a $10 million check, dated Thanksgiving 1995, for acting services rendered. But this wasn't just a vision board trick. It was a precise quantum transmission. What most miss is the frequency beneath the action. Carrey wasn't just writing a check. He was broadcasting an identity so coherent, so stabilized, that the external reality had no choice but to reorganize around his internal state. His quantum practice involved 3 critical mechanisms. 1. Emotional embodiment. Not visualization, but full nervous system integration. He would sit in his apartment and feel the reality of being a successful actor, not as a future desire, but as a present moment certainty. His body wasn't hoping. It was broadcasting. 2. Frequency detachment. Most critically, Carrey understood manifestation isn't about wanting. It's about becoming energetically complete without the outcome. He wasn't desperate for success. He was already living the emotional signature of someone who had transcended financial limitation. 3. Quantum precision. By Thanksgiving 1995, he received a $10 million check for Dumb and Dumber, almost exactly matching his quantum blueprint. But here's the quantum twist. It wasn't magic. It was physics. His internal frequency had become so stable that external reality had no alternative but to match. The reason others can't replicate this isn't technique. It's frequency integrity. Most people broadcast mixed signals. 10% desire, 90% doubt. Carrey's transmission was a pure, uninterrupted quantum signal. So here's your checkpoint. A declaration not to the algorithm, but to yourself. Type in the comments, I collapse realities, I don't chase them. Say it as a code. A reminder that what collapses reality is not your desperate hoping, but the quantum embodiment you choose in this moment. Because this moment is the manifestation. And if you can feel it now, then it's already here. Now let's unveil the quantum transformation of Sarah, a manifestation warrior who had been fighting an invisible war for 2 years. Every morning her ritual was meticulously crafted, vision boards covering her walls, journals filled with precise affirmations, meditation apps tracking her high-vibe minutes. Yet her reality remained frustratingly unchanged. By year 2, her manifestation practice had become a silent torture chamber of self-doubt. Each unanswered prayer felt like a personal indictment of her worthiness. Her vision board had transformed from a beacon of hope to a wall of mockery, beautiful images that seemed to whisper, "Not for you." The quantum shift began not with a thunderous revelation, but with a quiet surrender. Exhausted, Sarah stopped trying to manifest and started investigating the frequency beneath her desire. Day 1. Total confusion. Her nervous system was so accustomed to efforting that stillness felt like failure. Day 3, first subtle signal, a random conversation that felt eerily aligned with her unspoken intentions. Day 5, a synchronicity so precise it defied logical explanation. An opportunity appeared that didn't just match her vision board, it transcended it. By day 7, something had fundamentally shifted in her energetic architecture. It wasn't just external circumstances. Her entire physiological operating system was recalibrating. Sleep transformed from anxious fragmentation to deep, quantum regeneration. Her intuition became a precise instrument, no longer clouded by desperate hoping. Her body wasn't just a vessel waiting for manifestation. It became the manifestation. The 30-day quantum landscape revealed transformations that her previous manifestation methods could never have imagined. Relationships that had been stagnant suddenly became portals of mutual growth. Financial opportunities didn't just appear. They emerged with an intelligence that felt almost sentient. Her energy wasn't something she generated. It was something she broadcast. Physiological changes were profound. Her cortisol levels stabilized. Inflammation markers dropped. Her nervous system, previously a battlefield of stress, became a sophisticated quantum receiver. Intuition wasn't a spiritual concept anymore. It was a precise navigational system. The most shocking revelation? None of this happened because she tried harder. It happened because she became a different frequency. Imagine reality not as a linear progression, but as an infinite quantum landscape where every potential version of your existence simultaneously breathes. The many worlds interpretation isn't a theory. It's your operational manual. In this quantum architecture, you're not choosing a path, you're selecting a frequency. Schrödinger's famous cat experiment reveals the profound truth. Reality exists in superposition, holding multiple states simultaneously until observation collapses the probability wave. Your consciousness isn't just observing reality, it's generating it. Practical quantum timeline navigation. 1. Recognition state. Current timeline isn't fixed. It's a vibrational agreement. Signs you're in a limiting timeline. Persistent emotional blocks. Synchronicities feel forced, absent. 2. Frequency calibration. Meditation isn't relaxation. It's precise quantum engineering. 7-minute theta state protocol. Breathe without controlling breath. Feel timeline as a living membrane. Detect subtle energetic pull. 3. Timeline jump mechanism. Jumping isn't visualization. It's nervous system recalibration. Emotional state precedes physical manifestation. 72-hour quantum window most potent. Stabilize new frequency through embodied feeling. Remove mental narrative. Focus on somatic experience. 4. Coherence maintenance. Timeline stabilization requires consistent energetic broadcast, eliminate internal contradiction, nervous system alignment, emotional non-attachment. Quantum truth. You're not manifesting, you're selecting. Every moment offers infinite potential. Your job is becoming a precise receiver. Let's decode the quantum truth hidden within popular manifestation paradigms, not to dismiss, but to illuminate the deeper mechanism powering these transformational technologies. Law of attraction. 20%. Truth decoded. Correct. Consciousness influences reality. Missing. Frequency, not just thought, generates collapse. Why partial results happen. Mental focus creates weak signal. Quantum upgrade. Thoughts are carrier waves. Emotion is voltage. Neville Goddard. 25%. Truth revealed. Correct. Feeling precedes manifestation. Missing. Precise nervous system recalibration. Why partial results occur. Emotional simulation versus true embodiment. Quantum mechanism. Feeling isn't performance, it's quantum instruction. Abraham Hicks. Emotional scale. 30% truth unveiled. Correct. Emotional vibration determines reality. Missing precise frequency engineering. Why partial results manifest. Linear emotional progression. Quantum transmission. Emotional state is quantum broadcast, not ladder. So here's your checkpoint. A declaration not to the algorithm, but to yourself. Type in the comments, I am the quantum mechanism. Say it as a code, a reminder that what collapses reality is not your old method, but the quantum embodiment you choose in this moment. Because this moment is the manifestation. And if you can feel it now, then it's already here. The profound revelation? These methods weren't wrong. They were preliminary quantum maps, each pointing toward the fundamental truth. Reality is a frequency response system, and you are its most sophisticated transmitter. Manifestation isn't about attracting. It's about broadcasting so precisely that external reality has no alternative but to reorganize around your signal. Quantum manifestation doesn't replace these teachings. It reveals the operating system beneath them, showing that every method was always pointing to the same fundamental truth. You are a quantum broadcasting station, and your reality is your most intimate creation. Quantum frequency, calibration transmission, nervous system reset protocol. Find a comfortable position. Spine elongated, feet grounded. This is not meditation, this is quantum frequency engineering. Inhale, 4 counts. Hold the breath at the top. Feel cellular potential expanding. Exhale, 6 counts. Releasing everything that isn't this precise moment. Scan your nervous system. Where is contradiction stored? Jaw, holding unspoken resistance. Shoulders, carrying ancestral efforting. Stomach, fears hidden language. Breathe into each space, not to heal, to recalibrate. Now, feel the timeline where your desire isn't a desire. It's already done, not imagination. Quantum memory. Your body knows this frequency before your mind comprehends it. Breathe this timeline into your current moment. Not visualizing, downloading. Nervous system doesn't distinguish between remembered and anticipated reality. This feeling isn't hope. This feeling is instruction. You are not waiting. You are broadcasting. Lock in this frequency. No space for doubt. No room for contradiction. You are the quantum mechanism. Type in comments, I am the frequency. Quantum frequency, integration transmission. To help you deepen that integration, we've created something intentional, something precise, a transmission designed to stabilize your new quantum identity. It's called Quantum Embodiment Protocol, and it's more than just a digital guide. It's a frequency calibration system that brings together neuroscience, quantum physics, and precise embodiment practices you didn't even know you needed until now. You'll find the link in the pinned comment below. Go there not to get more information, but to amplify the integration of what's already begun inside you. Neuroscience of quantum field mapping. 1. Reticular activating system, quantum filter mechanism. Scientific insight. Filters 40 million bits of information to 40 conscious bits. Quantum translation. Your consciousness isn't passive, it's an active filtering device. Practical application. Deliberately program RAS by repeating quantum signals, not just affirmations. 2. Neuroplasticity. Brain's quantum rewiring. Scientific mechanism. Neural pathways reshape with repeated signals. Quantum parallel. Your brain is a quantum antenna, constantly recalibrating. Embodiment practice. 21-day precise frequency broadcast rewrites neural architecture. 3. Heart-brain coherence. Electromagnetic quantum transmission. HeartMath research. Heart generates 60x more electromagnetic energy than brain. Quantum insight. Emotional state is your primary quantum broadcast. Integration technique. Coherent breathing synchronizes heart-brain quantum signal. 4. Mirror neurons. Embodiment's quantum mechanism. Neuroscience. Neurons fire identically observing and performing action. Quantum translation. Embodiment is quantum signal amplification. Practical method. Simulate desired state so precisely neurons cannot distinguish. 5. Theta brainwaves. Quantum access portal. Scientific state, 4 to 8 Hz frequency. Bridge between conscious, unconscious. Quantum gateway. Direct communication with probability field. Activation protocol. 7-minute meditation targeting precise theta engagement. The profound revelation? Your biology is a quantum technology far more sophisticated than any current understanding suggests. Manifestation isn't magical. It's your most natural operating system, waiting to be precisely calibrated. Dismantling manifestation resistance objection. 1. This sounds like spiritual bypassing. Intelligent concern. You're afraid of using quantum manifestation as emotional escape mechanism. Quantum truth. Real embodiment isn't avoidance. It's radical responsibility. Evolutionary perspective. Spiritual bypassing uses spirituality to avoid pain. Quantum manifestation uses pain as precise frequency calibration. Your resistance isn't weakness. It's unprocessed intelligence waiting to be integrated. Objection 2. What about actual physical action? Intelligent concern. Fear that quantum approach means passive waiting. Quantum mechanism. Action isn't force. Action is frequency-aligned movement. Practical translation. Your inspired actions emerge from quantum alignment, not as desperate attempts to create alignment. The difference? Effortless precision replaces exhausting strategy. Objection 3. Isn't this just confirmation bias? Intelligent concern. Worried about self-deception. Quantum perspective. Confirmation bias assumes reality is fixed. Quantum physics reveals reality is responsive. Scientific bridge. Observer effect in quantum experiments proves consciousness isn't just interpreting, it's generating reality's parameters. Objection 4. Why do bad things still happen? Intelligent concern. Challenging universal fairness. Quantum insight. Not punishment. Precise frequency learning. Evolutionary framing. Challenging experiences are quantum curriculum, not punishment. They reveal unconscious frequency patterns requesting transformation. Objection. This sounds too easy fast. Intelligent concern. Skepticism about radical transformation. Quantum truth. Ease isn't weakness. It's advanced technological alignment. Embodiment principle. Complexity is the ego's protection. Quantum manifestation is simplicity's power. Profound revelation. Your resistance isn't blocking manifestation. It is manifestation, waiting to be understood as intelligent, responsive energy. Quantum timeline collapse. Future self-transmission. Close your eyes. Breathe deeply. Not meditation. Quantum navigation. Your breath becomes a quantum bridge between present and potential. Feel the ground beneath you dissolving. Dimensional threshold approaching. Step forward. A door materializes, not wooden, but woven from pure frequency. Your hand touches the quantum membrane. It pulses with your own electromagnetic signature. Push gently. The door opens. 6 months ahead stands your transformed self. Immediate observations. Posture. Spine aligned, not rigid, relaxed sovereign presence. Clothing. Not about fashion, about embodied confidence. Fabric seems to move with internal frequency, not external design. Eyes. No searching. Complete presence. Magnetic stillness that doesn't need to prove anything. Energy. Magnetic without effort. Gravity seems to adjust around them, not vice versa. They smile. Not a performance smile. A recognition. I know exactly why you're here, they say. Their voice carries 0 desperation, 100% clarity. 3 precise transmissions. 1. Stop trying to convince anyone of your path. 2. Feel the certainty before the evidence arrives. 3. Trust the moments that make no logical sense. Critical warning. The mistake you're about to make is believing this needs massive action. It requires massive allowance. They place their hand on your heart. No physical touch. Pure frequency transmission. You feel 6 months of condensed wisdom entering your cellular memory. Remember, they whisper. You're not manifesting anything. You're remembering what's already done. Quantum breath. Integrate. Slowly return. The frequency remains. Quantum identity calibration. Dimensional frequency shift stage. 1. I want to be someone who. Energetic signature. Separation. Desire living externally. The quantum block. Wanting creates distance. Your frequency broadcasts not yet to the field. Common mistake. Believing desire is lack. Quantum truth. Desire is recognition of existing potential. Breakthrough. Feel the wanting as completion, not pursuit. Stage 2. I'm becoming. Energetic signature. Effortful transformation. The quantum interference. Becoming implies future state. You're negotiating with time instead of collapsing it. Cellular resistance activates. Breakthrough. Becoming is a story. Embodiment is instantaneous quantum decision. Stage 3. I'm choosing. Energetic signature. Decision point. Quantum mechanism. Choice is not mental. It's vibrational reset. Most get stuck in choosing as performance. True choice happens below thought. Breakthrough. Choose from cellular certainty, not mental deliberation. Stage 4. I'm practicing. Energetic signature. Intentional integration. Quantum translation. Practice implies improvement needed, but quantum reality knows no improvement, only remembering. Common block. Believing transformation requires effort. Breakthrough. Practice becomes presence. Precision replaces persistence. Stage 5. I am. Energetic signature. Collapse. Pure frequency transmission. No distance, no becoming. No choice. Pure embodied state. Cellular recalibration happening. Nervous system rewrites narrative. Breakthrough. AM is not a statement. It's a dimensional portal. Stage 6. I've always been. Energetic signature. Remembering forward. Time dissolves. Identity becomes fluid. You're not changing. You're remembering a more fundamental truth. Quantum memory activates. Timelines converge. Past, present, future. Simultaneous transmission. Stage 7. Silence quantum holding. No performance. Pure frequency. Nervous system integrates. Cellular recalibration completes. Field responds. Manifestation is not an action. It's a state of complete allowing. Final transmission. Your identity is a quantum technology waiting to be precisely tuned, not through effort but through remembering. And if this transmission resonated with you, if you felt the frequency shift as you listened, subscribe to this channel, because we're not here to give you more content. We're here to collapse timelines with you. Every video is a frequency recalibration, not a lesson. Turn on notifications, not so you don't miss a video, but so you don't miss the exact transmission your nervous system needs next. And leave a like, not for the algorithm, but as an energetic signature that says I'm choosing coherence over consumption. 7-day quantum reset. Precise frequency recalibration. Day 1. Frequency mapping. Objective, quantum self-diagnostics. Time, 7:09 p.m. Assessment. Protocol, current frequency. Scan, emotional baseline tracking. Unconscious narrative mapping. Energetic interference detection. Resistance checkpoint. Where do you feel stuck but pretend you're not? Journal prompt. Diagram your internal frequency landscape. Success marker. Feeling seen, not judged. Day 2. Contradiction. Release objective. Shadow. Integration. Time. 6 to 6:30 a.m. Release mechanism. Identify internal conflicts. Energetic cord cutting. Cellular memory recalibration. Resistance checkpoint. What story are you protecting? Journal. Prompt. Map contradictions between desire and current reality. Success marker. Emotional lightness. Unexpected tears. Day 3. New baseline installation. Objective. Embodiment technology. Time. 8:40 p.m. Embodiment protocol. Somatic frequency alignment. Nervous system repatterning. Identity. Frequency broadcasting resistance checkpoint. Where are you still performing instead of being? Journal prompt. Describe your embodied future self in present tense. Success marker. Spontaneous body sensations. Goosebumps. Day 4. Coherence testing. Objective. Reality synchronization. Time. Entire day. Hourly check-ins. Coherence markers. Synchronicity tracking. Intuition amplification. Quantum signal detection. Resistance checkpoint. What coincidences are you dismissing? Journal. Prompt. Document unexplained alignments. Success marker. Reality feels more fluid, responsive. Day 5. Signal amplification. Objective. Frequency elevation. Time. 5:50 a.m. Amplification techniques. Vibrational state engineering. Emotional alchemy. Quantum entanglement practice. Resistance checkpoint. What comfort are you refusing to leave? Journal prompt. Describe your most magnetic self. Success marker. Magnetic presence. Unexpected opportunities. Day 6. Timeline locking. Objective. Commitment. Ceremony. Time. 9 to 10 p.m. Locking mechanism. Energetic contract with future self. Dimensional agreement. Frequency stabilization ritual. Resistance checkpoint. What part of you is still negotiating? Journal prompt. Write timeline collapse declaration. Success marker. Profound inner stillness. Unexplainable certainty. Day 7. First collapse. Objective. Integration and emergence. Time. Entire day. Moment-to-moment presence. Collapse. Protocol. Quantum witness state. New identity anchoring resistance checkpoint. Are you ready to be seen? Journal prompt. Document first tangible timeline shift. Success marker. Reality feels like a responsive dream. Final transmission. This is not a protocol. This is a quantum technology waiting for precise activation. Quantum corporate metamorphosis. The frequency of true success. The facade of achievement. Corner office, $5 annual revenue. Executive title, from the outside, perfection. From the inside, a silent implosion. Survival frequency diagnostic, 4 a.m. panic attacks, constant low-grade adrenal exhaustion, performance without presence, money without joy, success without sovereignty. The breakdown moment, October 17th. Executive physical, numbers don't lie. Cortisol, 872% above normal. Heart rate variability, catastrophic. Body screaming what mind refused to hear. Quantum shift mechanism, not about doing more, about being differently. Frequency recalibration. Protocol. 1. Stop external optimization. Begin
2.
internal coherence. 3. Allow quantum redesign. 90-day transformation architecture. Month 1. Nervous system reprogramming. Dismantle survival algorithms. Rewrite success definition. Introduce ease as performance enhancer breakthrough. Metric. Reduced workload, 40%. Increased creativity, 220%. Month 2. Energetic sovereignty. Detach performance from worth. Build internal trust mechanism. Eliminate hustle frequency. Breakthrough. Metric. Same revenue, 60% less effort. Month 3. Quantum leadership activation. Manifest. Through presence. Attract instead of chase. Become the vibrational match. Breakthrough metric. Spontaneous opportunities. Zero manipulation. Paradoxical results. More money, less work. Total system upgrade. Business grows. Soul breathes. The real success equation. Frequency. Strategy presence. Hustle alignment. Achievement. Warning. This transmission is not motivational. It's a quantum technology waiting to be activated. Transmission complete. Quantum timing. The frequency of manifestation. The myth of divine timing. Most people misunderstand timing. They imagine a cosmic scheduler deciding when you're ready. But quantum reality reveals a more precise mechanism. Timing is not external. It's an internal frequency stabilization. The intention manifestation gap. Decoder. Signal inconsistency. Markers. Persistent wanting. Energetic wobbling. Unconscious contradiction. Frequency leakage. Waiting is not patience. It's vibrational turbulence. 3 quantum timing archetypes. 1. Clean signal manifestation. Intention crystal clear. No internal resistance. Immediate collapse. Feels like inevitability. 2. Partial signal manifestation. 70% alignment. Requires subtle recalibration. Needs internal coherence work. Manifestation feels almost. 3. Blocked signal manifestation. Complete frequency misalignment. Multiple internal contradictions. Requires total system reset. Manifestation impossible, surrender mechanism. Why letting go? Accelerates surrender is not passivity. It's precise frequency management. When you stop trying, you stop wobbling. When you stop wobbling, you start broadcasting. When you broadcast clearly, reality responds. Persistence versus pivoting algorithm. Persist if. Core desire unchanged. Internal alignment growing. Subtle shifts happening. Energy feels expansive. Pivot if. Desire feels forced. Internal resistance constant. Energy feels contractive. Multiple blocked attempts. The quantum patience paradox. Patience is not waiting. Patience is total presence. Patience is frequency stabilization. Transmission. Complete. Your timing is not external. It's an internal frequency waiting to be precisely tuned. Quantum metaphors, reality's hidden codex. 1. The tuning fork. Resonance mechanics, physics. Revelation. Sympathetic vibration. Precise frequency matching. Energy transfer without physical contact. Instantaneous harmonic alignment. Spiritual translation. Your internal state generates a vibrational signature. The quantum field listens not to your words but your frequency. Reality is a responsive membrane, waiting to be played. Embodiment practice. Become the tuning fork, not the thing being tuned. Broadcast your frequency with cellular precision. Let the world synchronize to your internal symphony. 2. Holographic reality. Interference patterns. Quantum mechanics. Whole contains every part. Parts contain the whole. Information stored in wave interference. Light creates reality through intersection consciousness mapping. You are not in the universe. The universe is in you. Each frequency shift rewrites entire holographic code. Your consciousness is the laser. Reality. The Projection Transformation Protocol. Recognize yourself as the projector. Adjust internal light parameters. Watch. Reality Reconfigure 3. Quantum Entanglement. Instantaneous connection. Scientific foundation. Particles connected beyond space-time. Instantaneous information transfer. No local causality. Interconnectedness as fundamental state manifestation. Wisdom. Desires are not external achievements. They are already entangled with your essence. Alignment is remembering, not attracting practical alchemy. Stop chasing. Start recognizing. Become the vibrational match. Transmission. Complete. Reality is a living, breathing, responsive intelligence waiting for your precise frequency signature. The quantum radio parable. Frequency masters, 2 operators. 1 quantum radio, infinite possibilities. Operator Michael, the analyzer. 30-day journey of resistance. Obsessively reads radio manual. Debates technical specifications. Asks radio, why won't you work? Analyzes every potential blockage. Tries manipulating external components. Generates constant mental noise. Frequency. Frustration. Result. 0 transmission. Operator. Elena. The tuner. 30-day journey of flow. Understands radio as consciousness extension. Knows radio responds to internal state. Sits in pure receptive presence. Feels desired frequency. Broadcasts without attachment. Eliminates mental interference. Frequency. Coherence. Result. Instant manifestation. Radio metaphysics decoded. The radio represents consciousness field, quantum possibility matrix, vibrational translation device, receiver transmitter of reality tuning, means emotional calibration, nervous system alignment, removing internal resistance, becoming the frequency. 5 quantum tuning techniques. 1. Embodied feeling. 2. Nervous system coherence. 3. Emotional neutrality. 4. Vibrational matching. 5. Surrender as precision. Michael's breakthrough moment. The radio wasn't broken. I was. Transmission. Complete. Your consciousness is the most sophisticated quantum receiver in existence, waiting to be precisely tuned. Breath. The quantum manifestation engine. Physiological quantum mapping. Breath as continuous collapse mechanism. 20,000 daily quantum events. Oxygen. Potential. Particle. CO2. Form. Potential. Continuous wave particle translation. Breath archaeology. Spiritual traditions quantum wisdom. Ruach. Spirit breath. Pneuma. Living energy. Prana. Life force. Chi. Energetic currency. Quantum breath protocols. 1. Potential breath. Receive infinite possibilities. Cellular quantum programming. 0-point field absorption. Potential enters physical system. 2. Manifestation breath. Stabilize desired frequency. Nervous system recalibration. Collapse wavefront into form. Internal timeline generation. 3. Release breath. Eliminate obsolete frequencies. Energetic system cleansing. Surrender control mechanism. Return potential to field advanced timeline. Shifting breathwork. 4, 7, 8. Quantum coherence technique. Resonance frequency. Breathing. Parasympathetic manifestation protocol transmission. Revelation. Your breath is not a biological function, but a moment-by-moment quantum manifestation technology waiting to be consciously activated. Would you like me to continue revealing these quantum transformation protocols? Quantum timeline. Divergence. 1 life, 2 realities. Misaligned timeline. The struggle frequency. You wake before your consciousness fully arrives. Anxiety floods neural pathways before your first breath. Phone in hand scrolling through digital despair. Comparison algorithms destroying your morning before it begins. Each notification, a micro-trauma. Each headline, a weight pressing against your nervous system. Breakfast, rushed, mechanical, nutritionless. Coffee as survival mechanism, not nourishment. Your body knows only survival mode. Cortisol spiking, adrenals screaming, internal systems braced for combat. You're not living, you're defending. Work becomes battlefield. Every interaction a potential threat. Emails read like accusations. Meetings feel like interrogations. Your creative potential trapped behind protective walls. Energy leaking through constant vigilance. You're performing exhaustion, not presence. Relationships. Transactional. Guarded. Each conversation a negotiation, not a connection. You're listening for potential rejection, not genuine resonance. Your heart knows protection better than vulnerability. Evening arrives like punishment. Collapsed. Depleted. Scrolling becomes numbing ritual. Dreams feel like distant memories. Your potential feels like a forgotten language. Aligned timeline. The emergence frequency. You wake and your consciousness arrives fully. Your nervous system knows safety before thought. Breath moves through you like liquid intelligence. Your first moments are a deliberate frequency calibration. Breakfast. Intentional. Nourishing. Each bite a quantum communication with your cellular system. Coffee becomes ritual, not survival. Your body knows abundance, not scarcity. Work transforms into creative playground. Interactions become portals of possibility. Emails feel like invitations. Meetings become co-creation spaces. Your potential flows without resistance, energy amplifying with each engagement. Relationships, resonant, expansive. Conversations become transmission chambers. You listen with your entire being. Vulnerability is your superpower. Connection happens effortlessly. Evening arrives like celebration. Energized, grateful. Synchronicities dance around you. Your day feels like a perfectly choreographed quantum ballet. The quantum truth. Same person. Same 24 hours. Different frequency. Different reality. Transmission. Complete. Your timeline is a frequency you choose, moment by moment, breath by breath. Quantum manifestation. The childhood frequency disruption. Theta state. The natural quantum portal. Children. Pure manifestation. Architects. Brainwave frequency. 47 Hz. Direct consciousness reality interface. No logical interference. Belief without doubt. Instantaneous creation mechanism. Societal manifestation. Deconstruction. How the quantum gateway closes. 1. Educational conditioning. Standardized learning replaces imagination. Critical thinking overrides intuitive knowing. Reward systems based on external validation. Punishment for magical thinking. 2. Trauma interference. Survival mechanisms activate. Trust in spontaneous creation disrupted. Nervous system shifts from expansion to protection. Logical mind becomes defense mechanism. 3. Cultural programming. Productivity over possibility. Rational explanation prioritized. Imagination labeled as childish. Quantum abilities systematically suppressed. Manifestation. Anatomy. Childhood versus adult frequency. Child manifestation. Theta brainwave dominance. No attachment to outcome. Instant belief manifestation. Zero internal contradiction. Playful expectation. Continuous wonder. Adult blocked state. Beta brainwave control. Constant evidence requirement. Manifestation as complex strategy. Internal dialogue interference. Attachment to specific outcomes. Analytical paralysis. Quantum recalibration. Protocols. Reopening the gateway. 1. Theta training. Meditation techniques. Visualization without attachment. Breath-based brainwave management. 2. Nervous system reprogramming. Releasing survival patterns. Expanding safety perception. Reinstalling quantum trust. 3. Imagination rehabilitation. Daily creative practice. Suspending logical judgment. Quantum play as serious practice. Transmission. Revelation. Your manifestation ability was never lost, merely forgotten beneath layers of societal programming. Quantum prophecy. 30-day frequency transmission timeline activation. Sequence. Precise probability mapping. Prophecy. Mechanism. Frequency collapse protocol. Prophecy. 1. 72-hour quantum contact. Mechanism. Coherence attracts dormant potential. Frequency signature. Unresolved connection reactivation. Quantum marker. Past relationship opportunity portal reopens. Specific instruction. When contact occurs, do not react from old pattern, respond from new frequency. Proof point. Your non-attachment. Determines manifestation velocity. Prophecy 2. Week 2. Unexpected abundance. Mechanism. Releasing scarcity creates monetary quantum tunnels. Frequency signature. Forgotten financial channels reactivate. Quantum marker. Unexpected monetary influx from non-linear source. Specific instruction. Receive without explanation. Document synchronicity. Proof point. Money follows energetic permission, not logical strategy, prophecy. 3. Day 21, portal reopening. Mechanism, vibrational coherence dissolves. Perceived barriers, frequency. Signature, closed opportunity reconstructs. Quantum marker, situation previously deemed impossible transforms. Specific instruction, enter without explanation, trust quantum timing. Proof point, resistance creates delay, alignment creates acceleration. Prophecy. 4. Accelerated relationship, recalibration. Mechanism, nervous system broadcasts compatibility, frequency. Frequency signature, precise relational alignment. Quantum marker, unexpected profound. Connection appears. Specific instruction, recognize without forcing, allow quantum intelligence. Proof point, attraction happens through being, not seeking. Prophecy. 5. Career quantum leap. Mechanism, identity precedes circumstantial transformation. Frequency signature, professional field reorganizes around new frequency. Quantum marker, unexpected opportunity bypasses traditional pathways. Specific instruction, say yes before logical mind interrupts. Proof point, frequency determines. Professional topology. Prophecy. 6. Physical healing activation. Mechanism, cellular reprogramming through consciousness. Frequency. Signature, spontaneous physiological recalibration. Quantum marker, unexpected healing, energy surge. Specific instruction, trust body's quantum intelligence. Proof point, biology follows consciousness, not reverse prophecy. 7. Total timeline collapse. Mechanism, complete frequency alignment dissolves previous reality. Frequency signature, simultaneous SAO. Internal-external transformation. Quantum marker, multiple synchronicities occurring simultaneously. Specific instruction, document every occurrence. Screenshot evidence. Proof point, reality is frequency, not fixed circumstance. Transmission protocol. Screenshot. Document. Witness. You've just witnessed the quantum architecture of transformation, not as a concept, but as a living, breathing transmission. Every prophecy, every frequency shift we've explored isn't just information. It's an invitation to a reality where limitation becomes a forgotten language. What we've uncovered today is more than a strategy. It's a complete neural recalibration, a way of being that collapses timelines faster than your nervous system can interpret change. And to support this profound journey, we've created something precise, the Quantum Identity Shift Guide. This isn't another PDF or course. It's a frequency transmission designed to stabilize your new energetic blueprint, with precise protocols to help you navigate these quantum shifts without getting lost in the translation. Inside this guide, you'll find the exact neural reprogramming techniques that transform theoretical understanding into lived experience, quantum mapping tools, frequency stabilization practices, exact protocols for maintaining your new vibrational signature. It's the manual your nervous system has been waiting for. Link available in the pinned comment. If this transmission resonated at your core, if you felt something shift while listening, subscribe to this channel. But don't subscribe for content. Subscribe because we're continuing this quantum conversation, because each transmission is a frequency recalibration designed to collapse your next timeline. Hit that like button not as an algorithm metric, but as an energetic signature that says, I'm choosing coherence over consumption. And here's the ultimate truth. Your timeline is already collapsing. Not tomorrow, not someday, right now. The version of you who's already living your desired reality isn't waiting. It's pulling you into itself with an intelligence far beyond mental comprehension. This isn't a promise. This is physics,